Thank you for staying with us. You are still watching East Central. Now, before the break, we brought you the biggest stories, and now we're about to dive into something deeper. We're joined by a California-based Nigerian artist and entrepreneur whose latest single, City of Angels, honors wildfire victims like himself. Now, we followed the wildfire, or California wildfire, and we're thrilled to see how our guest used his ordeal and talent as a message through music. Joining us now on the show is Ash Hamman. Ash, good to have you on the show.
Hey, how you doing, my brother? How's everything?
We bless God. I'm feeling good. I mean, it's been months since the wildfire that gutted parts of California, and you and your family were victims. Ash, I have to ask, how are you feeling now? How's life been?
At the end of the day, if once we're able to survive after, you're so thankful. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'm very thankful to God that we're alive, we're good. But the things that we've seen, would stay and remain in our heads forever. That's the fact. So, but I'm thankful. I'm great.
I like the spirit. I mean, after such, it could affect anybody. But let's go into the music part of this. You're an Afro R&B and soul artist, and I can imagine you had to tap into a lot of your emotions for this single, City of Angels, about the wildfires, the victims, survivors, and of course the firefighters. How was putting this together? Because I'm thinking that must have been emotional. A lot must have gone into it. But tell us about this song.
You're very right. First of all, for me, being in a position to experience something you've never experienced before of such magnitude is very scary. So even before trying to be creative, it was about saving my life and the life of my family and whoever else is around us. But deep into it, speaking with people, physically being there to see what's left and see how everything has vanished from what it was to what it is. As a creative and as an artist, what I could do is give back by writing something that I felt from deep inside. City of Angels to me was a song that I had to write and a tribute that I had to, dedicate to this situation. There was an incident where, if you watch the video, where there's a little boy holding a book that's burning, a storybook that's burning, and there's a storybook on a floor that's on fire. That's because there was a little kid, an 8-year-old boy, that came up to me and said to me that the book his grandfather used to read to him is gone. He wants to go back home, and that doesn't exist anymore. So I'm looking at it like every other thing was so like, wow, parents, chaos and all that. I never saw it from a point of a child. How it affected every single age bracket and every single human, even animals were affected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all I could do was sit down, put pen to paper, and, got the inspiration to write City of Angels.
Ash, I must tell you that you did an incredible job doing this, but of course we're going to play a part of the video so people who haven't heard this knows where it comes from, and again, we're super happy that you and your family are safe, but let's quickly play a bit of that song. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Of course, that's City of Angels by our guest, Ash Hamman. Ash, a part of it that caught my attention was you did say Eledumare, a bit of Yoruba, and I'm a Yoruba boy as well. How in tune are you to your roots, especially with Afro beats being so global now? Who do you like in the scene? Talk to me.
I'm always shuttling between Los Angeles, Nigeria, and New York. I have an entertainment company, that runs a lot of Afrobeat services, by the way, because I'm true to my roots, as a Nigerian. My father is Hausa, my mom is Yoruba.
Wow.
So I'm as can be, Fulani actually. So I understand Hausa and I understand Yoruba. And I think, I mean, carrying the culture with me everywhere I go. As an Afro R&B artist, I would always have my Afro beats kick in. I would always have my drum patterns. I would always have my Pidgin English subtly and my Yoruba and, some Hausa and maybe some Igbo, you know what I mean? Because I'm keeping that culture. And as you know, Afrobeat right now is king. People are starting to discover what we've always had. And it's a discovery that will never come to an end because it's like, oh, wow. It keeps getting wow and wower, if that makes sense. So I'm always going to carry that with me. And people keep asking. And I think for how I felt, Eledumare, there's a way of, it just sounds so deep. Do you know what I'm saying? It just sounds so, oh my God. So what does that mean? And I have subtitles that explains what that means. And it's even stronger when you now read it and it says, Eledumare, give me freedom. Eledumare, give us freedom. Help us, because this is more than us, And I just keep carrying that culture with us, however I can, I will.
I love that. I mean, I totally feel it. You're the correct guy, if I can speak Pidgin. I mean, hopefully sometime soon we can have you, Ash, come by the studio when you ever come to Nigeria, and we can absolutely talk some more. But such a pleasure having you on the show, and we thank you for such music that not just is vibe, but is out to encourage people out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Anytime.